Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to go over how to schedule using Google Calendar's built-in appointment slot function. It's a really convenient way to schedule meetings with students, parents, really whoever you have to meet with. It's very convenient. I'm going to go over how to use this today. Okay, so you all have Google Calendar accounts through the district, so those are pretty easy to use. So the first thing you want to do is you want to create appointment slots. All right, so this next video is going to show you how to do that. So you go to your Google Calendar and you click just like you would create any other appointment, except this time you click on appointment slots. Now you don't have to create an individual appointment slot for each time period. You can break it up by duration. In this case, we have it at 30 minutes. And I'm going to schedule from 7 a.m. till 5 p.m. Okay, so that will create, I think, about 20 appointment slots throughout the day. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use the More Options function to create appointment slots for multiple days. Okay, so this is the second step. Now the last one was good if you had one day where you wanted to meet with a bunch of students for a specific project, something like that. I use this for creating appointment slots for office hours, and I did it for the whole year. It's pretty easy. So you go into the Google Calendar page, same way as you did before. You go to appointment slots, but this time you click on More Options. And it does give you a bunch of options, okay? So, I gave it a title. All right. Now, a couple other things you can do, right? You can change the duration. Oh, I'm sorry. You could change the start and end time, obviously. But you can also change the duration of the time period, right? For some things, maybe 10 minutes is a suitable amount of time to meet with people. For other things, you might want an hour. You can also change how often it recurs, right? If you're doing a project that's 2 weeks, you can have it repeat every 2 weeks and pick what days you want to schedule the conferences for, and have it run that way. Okay, so it's pretty easy, and you'll see when we go back out, the slots are right there. Okay, so it's pretty easy to work with. So one thing I recommend doing, because this is part of your Google Calendar, it uses your default color for events. One thing you can do just to make it easier to make it stand out a little more is change the color of the appointment slots. That's what I do, and I'll show you why once I schedule an example appointment slot. But changing it to something that stands out is helpful. And you can still see that prior appointments will pop up over the appointment sheet, so it won't block anything. I mean, I guess it could block something, but I haven't seen that happen yet. So this is how students or parents or anybody else makes an appointment. It's pretty easy. So when you click on this in your Google Calendar, it says go to appointment page for this calendar. You can copy that link and put it in an email, put it on Google Classroom, and when people open it, they'll go to this page. Okay. Now I have my schedule blurred out here just because I have student data in there. But I'm going to go forward to the week in June, where I have all the example slots, and this is what it looks like, right? All of these are open office hour meeting times, so you can book one of these appointments, right? And when you hit save, it goes into the student's Google Calendar, but it also goes into your Google Calendar, and both parties receive a confirmation email. Both parties can offer changes to that information, and I'll show you that. And I'll show you what the appointment confirmation looks like. So this is the response that you'll get and that the student will get via Outlook, right, via the email. And you can confirm, they can confirm. They can propose a new time. You can propose a new time. You can always change this later. I do it all the time. It's pretty easy. And again, you'll get confirmations via email and through your Google Calendar. All right. Now, a great thing about this is you can automatically add Google Meet to any of these office hour meeting times. Now, what you do is you click on the meeting, and sometimes it automatically comes up as join with Google Meet. Other times you have to click add video conferencing, but it comes up automatically. You don't have to come up with a nickname for the meeting. Just it'll automatically generate a link for you. You can change when you get notifications. All right. You can also allow them to invite others. You can invite them to see the guest list if you're working with groups. So there are a lot of things that you can do with this depending on what you need. All right. They give you a lot of options here. And finally, I'll send this out, but if you haven't used your Google Calendar before, okay, there's a link to it. And I sent an example, or I sent a link to the example appointment calendar. If you want to go in there and create an appointment, and just to see what it looks like on from the person scheduling it, you can do that. Those appointments are in there to burn. Feel free to use them. Okay. If you have any questions, just send me an email. I'll be happy to go over any of this stuff with you. Okay. Thank you.